So this Zener diode, this is very important for problems, skill problems. So please take care of this Zener diode problems. Very easy and very important and compulsory for mains or NEET also it should come. Okay. So this is a Zener diode. What is meant by Zener diode? So there are three characteristics of Zener diode. It is heavily doped. Heavily doped. A heavily doped PN junction diode. A heavily doped PN junction diode. Working in the reverse bias. Working in the reverse bias and has a sharp breakdown voltage. A sharp breakdown voltage. These are the three characteristics of Zener diode. First one is a heavily doped PN junction diode. Second one is reverse bias. Third one is sharp breakdown voltage. Now combine all these. Then you will get the definition of Zener diode. It is Zener diode is a heavily doped PN junction diode connected in the reverse bias and has a sharp breakdown voltage. Okay. The symbol of the Zener diode is like the diode, but it contains a Z shape. So this is a P-type semiconductor and this is a N-type semiconductor. Okay. Now where it is used, the application where it is used. All we having AC, TVs are connected to stabilizers. So those stabilizer is nothing but voltage stabilizers. Okay. So we got stabilizer. That means which is used to stabilize the voltage. Whatever the fluctuations occur through the electrical line, but when the output is coming towards the TV or AC or fridge, then the amount of voltage passed through the circuit final output should be stabilized. That means constant. Okay. Now see the circuit diagram. The circuit diagram consists of this is a variable input voltage. Variable input voltage. Now this is connected to a series resistance. RS is called a series resistance. Now this is connected to a Zener diode. So this Zener diode, how it is connected? This is a P-type semiconductor and this is a N-type semiconductor. And P is connected to minus and N is connected to plus. Then it is said to be in the reverse biased condition. Now this output is connected to the load resistance, to the load resistance, so that the output will be comes across the load resistance as V out. When the current is, when this input voltage is applied to the circuit, then the amount of current will pass through the series resistance as I. Now what happens here? A junction is there. So how many devices are present? One is a Zener diode and other one is a load resistance. So the amount of current will be distributed according to Kirchhoff's junction law. Then this current passed through the Zener diode is said to be IZ, and the current passed through the load resistance is said to be IL. IZ and IL. So the total current is said to be sum of the load current and Zener current. Load current and Zener current. So to get the load current or to get the Zener current, we should submit like this, I minus IL. Then how to calculate the I in the circuit? The amount of voltage generated across the Zener diode is said to be Vz. The amount of voltage generated across the Zener diode is said to be Vz. This Vz and this Vout should be same because they are in parallel. So Vz is equal to Vout. Then the total current in the circuit is equal to, according to Ohm's law, the potential difference divided with the series resistance. Now what is the potential difference? Initially I applied an input voltage, but the output voltage, sum of output voltage is drawn across the load resistance. So to get the current, we can apply like this. Okay. To get the load resistance, we apply this V out divided with the load resistance. Okay. From this you can apply both I and IL. You can find out by substituting these values here. Then you will get the Vz. Sometimes this value is given only one value. Sometimes this arrow indicates what? Variable value. So that variable values, for example, if it is from 50 to 120, then both values will be given. At that time, they will ask the minimum and maximum conditions of Zener diode. The minimum and maximum values of currents through Zener diode they will ask. So this is very very important formula for the Zener diode. Now see how it works. What happens when the current, initially the circuit diagram consists of a variable input voltage is connected to a series resistance through a Zener diode, and across it a load resistance is connected through which the output voltage to be drawn from it. Okay. Now what happens whenever the input voltage is increased? Then what happens? The current through the Zener diode will also increase. But due to the stabilized condition, the voltage across the Zener diode remains constant. That's why the output across the load resistance should also be constant. Whereas if we decrease the input voltage or increase the input voltage, the corresponding current in the circuit will be changed, whereas the output across the GNR diode remains constant. That's why which stops the fluctuations which are coming due to the rainy season or thunderstorms. The fluctuations should be stopped at this point. Okay, then the voltage passed through the GNR diode should be constant. Okay, that's why it acts as a voltage stabilizer. All this amount of circuit which it contains in our V-guard stabilizer or any stabilizers. Okay, that is about the GNR diode. Okay, this is very important. Okay, please check it out, or if you want to do it the problem, then if you consider this as a for example, I am going to explain the problem here. So now in this circuit, if input voltage is given from 50 to 120 volts and series resistance is 5 kilo ohms, 5 kilo ohms, load resistance as 2 kilo ohms, output voltage as 30 volts. 30 volts. Now what happens initially? The input voltage is given from one value to other value. Okay, that's why the I is equal to what we wrote? V in minus V out by series resistance. So V in is 50, V out is 30, by series resistance is 5K. So you will get how much? 20 by 5K means 4 milliamperes is the minimum current through the circuit. So to get the maximum current, 120 minus 30 by 5K means 90 by 5K. (18 milliamperes). These are the minimum and maximum current to the circuit. But they are asking what? Find the minimum and maximum currents through GNR diode. They are asking. For that, first find out the load resistance, load current. That load current is written as output voltage divided with the load resistance. Output voltage is 30 and load resistance is 2K. Then you will get how much? Output, let us consider output voltage is 15 milliamperes. 15 milliamperes. Okay, so then I minus IL. So if we substitute the I minus IL, if you take a small value, then you will get the minimum. If it is minimum, then you will get the minimum value across the GNR diode. If we take maximum, then you will get the maximum value across the GNR diode. Okay, that is about the GNR diode problems. Please take care of it. Okay, so please subscribe my channel Sri Sai Physics for Mains and NEET, and also share to the maximum number of persons who are studying the +1 and +2 CBSE as well as ICSE. So whatever the persons, please inform it and please subscribe my channel. Thank you very much.